NBC Tonight.
Zoe's gone.
She's been taken by a serial killer.
She's 8 years old. She's smart and she's fighting.
Where is she? Zoe!
Chicago PD, new next Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
How do you feel since first capture?
Gabby, could I get one statement?
For the first time, I can't predict his next move. He's up to something.
Gabrielle. Found, new Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Live from Rhinelander, this is Newswatch 12 at 10. The Northwoods' best news. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening, I'm Dan Hagan. Avian flu has wiped out millions of birds, pushing egg prices to record highs. So people might be thinking, how hard is it to raise chickens? Our own Lily Alstein spoke to a local expert to find out.
For the past 8 years, Mike Hazel, a homesteader based in Rhinelander, has raised his own chickens. Currently, he has a flock of 10 chickens, including 1 rooster and 9 hens. His flock is a mixed breed that are meant to lay eggs. As a homesteader, Hazel wanted to be able to provide for himself as much as he possibly could. Raising chickens was one way to do that.
Especially right about now, eggs are kind of nice to have coming out of my backyard instead of the grocery store.
Hazel says although it's convenient to have chickens in his own backyard, there are challenges that come along with raising them.
Chickens aren't just something you want to pick up like a bunny rabbit for Easter kind of a thing. They come with a commitment. You want to try to keep them alive.
One of the biggest challenges of keeping chickens alive is keeping away predators. Coyotes and hawks are just a few animals to keep an eye out for. The cold weather is another challenge. Not only can extreme temperatures reduce egg production, it can potentially kill chickens. To combat these challenges, Hazel recommends building a space for them.
You basically need a secure, safe, well-built coop for them, and you generally want it a little bigger than you think. You see some cute ones for sale, and they're cute, but when you try to put 6 chickens in them, they get awfully full.
Keeping chickens in a coop during the winter won't always guarantee higher egg production. From late fall to early spring, chickens naturally slow down their egg production. But Hazel has figured out how to keep production going.
There's a way to turn on lights in the coop to trick them into thinking the days are a little longer. And I finally, with eggs not being available in the store, I finally turned on lights for my chickens and put them to work.
Hazel has begun to see 2 to 3 eggs per day from his hens since doing this. And eggs aren't the only thing Hazel gets from his chickens. When they get older, he butchers them to make other food products so nothing goes to waste. He says that raising chickens has only benefited his homestead.
It's nice to have a little life running around the backyard.
Reporting in Rhinelander, Lily Alstein, Newswatch 12.
Nice day for a heated coop, Chase. It was cold from beginning to end.
Yeah, hopefully if anybody's got chickens out there, they're staying warm because temperatures are in the single digits right now.
Right.
And we are going to see some warmer temperatures, though, later on in the week. And we can see out there right now, we aren't seeing that quite exactly just yet. We do see temperatures above 0 throughout much of Wisconsin. We do see 7 degrees here in Rhinelander, 6 in Minocqua, and 8 in Eagle River. As you go down south, 10 degrees in Merrill, but many of us still in those upper single digits. If we go to the west, that's where the temperatures are cooler. Eau Claire in those negatives, right around 4 degrees below 0. Winds out there pretty light, right around 5 to 10 miles per hour from the north-northwest right now. We see that 7-mile-per-hour wind here in Rhinelander. A little bit more of a breeze down south Marshfield, seeing 13 miles per hour from the northwest, and that is going to continue into tomorrow. So out there for today, lots of lake effect snow flurries. Very, very light is what we see. We did have a nice push, though. If you see this nice little line that goes over the Green Bay waters just south of Duluth, and it's starting to decrease in intensity. But we did see a nice little push of snow just about half an hour ago. It's still very light out there. We're going to continue to see that throughout tonight. As we see throughout the rest of the week, temperatures are going to warm up. We have a big high pressure system that'll be looming over Wisconsin for the next few days. The warmest days will be Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. Temperatures will be above freezing, so there will be some melting occurring here in the Northwoods and throughout much of Wisconsin. Taking a look ahead into tonight, temperatures are going to be cold once again, but not below 0. Our forecast low right around 2 degrees. Dan?
Thanks, Chase. A Wausau man is going to prison for selling meth. In 2023, investigators identified 45-year-old B. Herr as a multi-pound meth dealer operating out of Wausau. Herr sold meth at 2 sites to confidential informants before being arrested. He told investigators he obtained 5 pounds of meth every 2 to 3 weeks to sell. Herr was sentenced to 8 years in prison. A Republican bill banning student cell phones in classrooms passed the Wisconsin Assembly today. The bill would prohibit students from using cell phones, tablets, and laptops during instructional time with some exceptions. Republicans say the ban would improve learning and mental health. Democrats call it an unnecessary attack on local control. Northland College in Ashland will permanently close at the end of the academic school year. The Board of Trustees voted unanimously, despite efforts to get the funding to keep the university open. The college no longer has the resources needed to support itself economically, according to a statement. In its efforts to stay open, the college received funds from more than 1,000 donors. The Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association announced a policy change that bans transgender students from competing in girls' sports. The WIAA is the state organization that oversees most Wisconsin high school athletic programs. The policy says only athletes designated as females at birth would be allowed to compete in girls' sports. President Donald Trump signed an executive order February 5th called the No Men and Women's Sport Executive Order. WIAA cited compliance with federal directives for its change in policy. Tech ed departments are growing in schools across the state. February is CTE month, which stands for Career and Technology Education. It's an awareness campaign to promote and generate interest in tech and trade skills. Antigo High School is one of many schools that offer a wide range of skill development. This allows some students to join the skilled workforce right after high school.
It would be part of my skills and part of my resume for the rest of my life. So it would be carried on it's a lifelong skill.
One class is Red Robin Machining and Graphics, which is a business type class that students apply for like a real job. They then make custom signs, parts, and merchandise for the school and local customers. Because of President Donald Trump's mass deportation efforts, one local community is fearing its effects on the families that live and thrive there. Our own Shauna Johnson has the story.
Immigration has been a part of Abbotsford, Wisconsin's history for a long time. More recently, they came for jobs in the meatpacking and dairy industry and had families. Those same families are now afraid of being split apart.
We are over 63% Hispanic. We have students from Asia, from Vietnam, Korea, Portuguese. So we really take pride in that, and that really is the strength of our school.
Ryan Bargender, district administrator for the School District of Abbotsford, said with all the recent threats regarding immigration, it has left a looming fear over the members of the community.
Whether or not it's safe to be out, things of that nature.
Bargender has noticed the attendance has been down at the school, and some parents have called students out of school in fear of their safety.
One of the things we really want to do is let our parents know that school is a safe spot. The learning environment is, our goal is to protect the learning environment and for them to feel safe here. And we do everything we can on a daily basis in any situation to ensure that.
Bargender has personally reached out to area legislators and various attorneys throughout the state that have stated there is no real threat of immigration officers coming into a school to take a child.
The sad thing is that, a lot of our families are having the conversation at home of, we might not be back in school tomorrow if something were to happen, and they have a plan in place in case that were to happen.
Marathon County Sheriff Chad Billup wants to reassure people that law enforcement is looking out for everyone, no matter what your immigration status is. The only time immigration agents would be involved is in the case of a crime being committed.
There's clear law that states that we have to have two things. One, the person has to be in the country illegally, and they have to have committed a crime before we can act. If we don't have that, we can't go out and just enforce immigration law on its own.
However, if a crime is committed, upon booking in the jail, the inmate's fingerprints are sent to records. That notifies Immigration and Customs Enforcement, who determines whether the person should be detained further.
Many of them are going to be afraid if we stop them, pull them over. What I do not want them to do is to run from us. That increases the danger not only for them, for us, but for every other person out on the road. The other thing I don't want to do is lie to us, because now we've created a situation where they have committed a crime.
We want to let our community know that we value them and we hope they are safe.
Reporting from Abbotsford, Shauna Johnson, Newswatch 12.
And thank you, Shauna. Coming up after the break, we'll head to Milwaukee, where cars were frozen to the road. We'll understand why after the break and after weather with Chase right here on Newswatch 12.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free
and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop. Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Keep 15 grand in your pocket when you buy your next truck. This 2024 Duramax is 95 grand. This used 2024 is 80 grand. Buy the used and keep the 15 grand. Come out to Len's Truck today. We have hundreds of high-quality used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com. That's lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck. Len's Truck. We got the trucks at Len's Truck.
Once the scar tissue has formed, it decreases mobility to the joint and you lose blood supply. This causes chronic pain.
It's non-invasive and you don't even feel it really. And I'm able to work out really good now without any pain at all.
Lasers can eradicate scar tissue, freeing the joint and giving you back your life.
Look at how soft your towels are, Grandma.
Soft water really helps with that, and the soap savings really adds up. Did you know that it's less expensive to heat soft water than it is hard water?
Wow, that's great savings and good for the environment. Having good water does make a big difference in our family.
Speaking of family, look who it is.
Any service tech servicing your water equipment, call us at Maher's today.
What? No peanut butter and jelly sandwich today?
Maher Water, 888-796-2437.
Over 2 years, Brad Schimmel tested only 9 rape kits out of 6,000 that needed testing, while rapists walked free and victims waited for justice. Brad Schimmel is just too extreme.
And welcome back, everybody. Another lovely day out there today with a little bit of snow for us, and we're still seeing some of that snow falling out there right now with some clouds out there. Temperatures right around 7 degrees, a nice west-northwest wind right around 7 miles per hour. Dew point right at 0, so still pretty dry out there. We do see that pressure well above that 30-inch mark, even though we had a few lake effect flurries out there for today. We do have high pressure to the west that is a lot stronger than that low pressure looming over us. All right, so highs out there for today, right around 13 degrees is what we saw here in Rhinelander, 14 for Eagle River. And as you go down south, we did see some warmer temperatures by Tomahawk and Merrill, right around those mid to upper teens. The cooler temperatures hung out in the west by Eau Claire. They only had a high right around 6 degrees for today, and single digits as well for Marshfield, right around 9 degrees for that high. Going into tonight, we're going to see some reasonably warmer temperatures than we've seen the past few nights. We're going to be above 0, and we're most likely going to be just above it with that forecast low right around 2 degrees. To the west, where all this pink color is at, temperatures are going to be a lot closer to 0 and possibly dipping into the negatives. We won't see too many temperatures dip well below 0. It'll be just a few degrees below, if that, but still some colder temperatures we will see to the west. For tomorrow, we are going to see those temperatures increase as high pressure continues to build into the area. Expect those low to mid-20s here in the Northwoods with some cooler temperatures near Vilas, Ashland, and Iron County. As you go down south, temperatures will be very similar to here in Rhinelander. Right around those low to mid-20s is what we're going to see throughout our central and southern viewing area. And as you see throughout this week, it is going to get a lot warmer, especially as we get into the beginning of the work week on Monday. That high right around 40 degrees, and there's a chance for a little bit of rain here as well with that. And that is not what we want, especially still in the month of February. Tuesday and the Wednesday, those temperatures will start to drop again, but still above freezing, right around those mid to upper 30s. But later on throughout the week, we will continue to see some temperatures dropping closer to freezing then. As we see out there right now, we do still have a few lake effect flurries. Can't really see them well on the radar, but right around 9:30, we did have a nice push from this nice little snow line. We can see that stretch from the Green Bay waters just south of Duluth. It's still continuing to push south, so the Wausau area is about to see some nice lake effect snow showers out there. But other than that, they're still going to be very light. Don't expect much snow accumulations. Only saw a trace here in Rhinelander for today. But here is what we're going to be focusing on for the next few days. Over the Great Plains and the Midwest, we see a whole lot of nothing going on, and that's a massive high pressure system that is slowly going to creep its way into Wisconsin and areas over the Midwest. And over the next several days, we're going to see those temperatures slowly increase. By Monday, that's where we're going to get those temperatures right around 40 degrees. Sunday night, we are expecting some precipitation precipitation. Most of it should be snow. As we get closer to 10 o'clock Sunday night, those temperatures should be back below freezing, but there is a chance of a wintry mix, a little bit of rain mix in there as well. As we get into Monday, temperatures going to be a lot warmer, reaching right around 40 degrees. As we head into Monday evening, most of central Wisconsin looks like we're going to see rain rather than snow. That's going to be the Wausau, Green Bay, Eau Claire, La Crosse, Madison, Milwaukee area. We could stay dry here in the Northwoods, but it's still pretty far out. We will most likely get some rain showers from this system making its way into the beginning of the work week. For tonight, though, temperatures still pretty cold, right around 2 degrees with those partly cloudy skies. Still got a few lake effect snow flurries out there for tonight with some breezy winds gusting near 15 miles per hour at most. For tomorrow, see that high back up into the low to mid 20s with those partly cloudy skies and still breezy conditions with winds from the north-northwest gusting near 20 miles per hour. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast, we do have a warming trend. We can see by Sunday, mid-30s, a slight chance for snow. On Monday, we have a better chance of rain and snow. Most of that, unfortunately, going to be rain, but Tuesday into Wednesday, those temperatures will start to dwindle down, but still above freezing. Dan?
Thanks, Chase. A former Rhinelander resident lost his dream job at the National Park Service due to cuts from the Trump administration. His post on social media about it has gone viral. More than 200,000 people have shared Brian Gibbs' post on Facebook about losing his job as an education park ranger at the Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa. He was one of 1,000 federal workers fired in a mass layoff. Gibbs said he lost his second job in 5 years. The first one was at Tree Haven near Rhinelander, where his position was cut during COVID-19. And both job losses have come while his wife was pregnant. An Oneida County nonprofit organization is creating a new position to work toward land conservation. The Northwoods Land Trust offers permanent conservation services to landowners. After the Wisconsin DNR recently announced $6 million in grants to protect surface water, the organization is creating a new staff position for targeted outreach and services to landowners. A Rhinelander man completed a major milestone on skis today. Mitch Moe, the owner of Mel's Trading Post, finished his 47th Birkebeiner. It was the 51st Birkie in total, and Moe has nearly the most all-time finishes. The race is a 34-mile course starting in Cable, Wisconsin, and ending in Hayward. Moe took part in the open track race today, a more low-key experience than the main race this Saturday. Area dairy manufacturers will compete in the 2025 U.S. Championship Cheese Contest. 7 local businesses are submitting entries to be evaluated at the Rush Center in Green Bay from March 4th through the 6th. Foremost Farms in Marshfield, Lactalis American Group in Merrill, Nasonville Dairy, and Weber's Farm Store are all competing. The competition is hosted by the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association, and the event is open to the public. Several drivers were left frozen in place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A water main break coupled with frigid temperatures created chaos after a city block flooded, leaving some cars frozen to the road. Kendall Keys has the story.
You see all these cars, man, it's insane to see. I had to take a video for myself. I couldn't believe it.
Milwaukee Department of Public Works crews on scene for hours working to repair the water main break while drivers struggled to free their cars frozen to the street.
Almost all my tires are like completely frozen to the ground, which I've never seen before, despite being a lifelong Wisconsinite.
My first thought was, this could be quite a significant amount of people that live on this road that call in, for work today. Ain't nobody was going to get out of that.
Definitely sucks. Had to call into work. So did my partner. We can't really go anywhere.
Some able to break their cars free.
My daughter's car's down here, and she teaches school down here, so she texted me a picture of it, and I, how are we going to get her out? So then I jumped in the car and came down and chipped her out. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, though, that's for sure.
Others still stuck.
I have a shovel, so I can dig out when it gets to that point, but I don't think we're breaking that ice yet.
brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, and a protein blend to feed muscles up to 7 hours. A child sex predator facing 100 years in prison after sexually assaulting 2 girls at the local pool. Just 6 and 7 years old. Susan Crawford, the radical liberal judge who let the predator out in just 4 years. For Susan Crawford, it's a pattern. Putting pedophiles back on the street, free to prowl our pools and prey on our kids. Criminals are praying Susan Crawford gets elected because she fights for them, not us.
It's boat show season, and it's time to catch a great deal at American Marine and Motorsports. At our show, we will beat any competing price by $500, and we have more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else. Only this week at the American Marine Boat Show. Help us, help homeless veterans. American Marine will be collecting winter items to give to the Homeless Veterans Project. Everyone donating receives an entry to win a free trailer. Donations can be dropped off at the American Marine Boat Show, February 20th through the 23rd.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We're normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
The Diocese of La Crosse televised Mass, Sundays at 6:30 a.m. on this station. Please join Bishop Callahan and the priests and faithful of the diocese Sunday mornings at 6:30 a.m.
Coming up on News Watch 12 today, we'll have your local news, weather, and sports.
We have a warm-up on the way. More to tune in on your Thursday from 5 to 7 a.m.
It's state tournament time here in Wisconsin. Over the next 5 weeks, 5 different sports will crown state champions. It all gets started Friday with the state swim meet. The Rhinelander Hodags are defending state runner-ups and will look to get back on top this weekend. We paid a visit to the Hodags as they are less than 2 days away from state. The Rhinelander boys swim team is heading back to the state swim meet, hoping to reclaim the state championship. With a team with plenty of state experience, the Rhinelander senior class is hoping they can get everybody ready to compete.
It definitely does. For the sophomores and our freshmen, this is their first, maybe second time doing it, so it's a lot more difficult. But for us seniors, it's something we've done it's our fourth time. So it's getting a lot easier, and it's something we're used to. For the Hodags, they have a roster of guys who will swim at multiple events at state. But instead of feeling the pressure of having to compete, the group embraces the fact they get to swim against the best that the state has to offer.
Well, you can't really think about it like, I have to swim this. I have to swim all these events. You got to think about it like, I get to swim these. This is my privilege. I qualified for these events, and I get to swim at this level with these fast guys. The Hodags are favored to place high in the event on Friday, but for the team, they know the event is full of talent from all across the state, and that a spot on the podium is not going to be won without putting in the effort needed in the water. A lot of teams have some really good swimmers who are going to drop a lot of time at state, so we can't just go in there thinking, oh, we're going to do really well, we're going to take first or second. We still have to go in there, swim our best, and not look down on other teams. So the Rhinelander path to a second state championship in 3 years has reached its final destination. The 2025 WIAA state championships get going this Friday night as the Hodags look to recapture the state title. The Wisconsin University Athletic Department handed out one-year extensions to multiple coaches, but one of those extensions is going to stand out more than the others. The university has announced that head football coach Luke Fickell had his contract extended for an additional year through the 2031 season.
The school announced that another season has been tacked on to Fickell's contract. His first 2 years in Madison have not been kind, as he has a losing record, and this past season saw the program's 23-year bull streak come to an end. Fickell came to Madison with high expectations after taking Cincinnati to the college football playoff back in 2021. Fickell will now head into his third year of his original contract with plenty of eyeballs on him as the Badgers look to get themselves back into Big Ten contention after a couple of subpar years to start the Luke Fickell tenure. 7 people have been arrested in a string of home burglaries that targeted professional athletes over the past few months. One of those athletes, Milwaukee Bucks forward Bobby Portis, had over $1 million worth of property stolen from his home back in November when the Bucks were on a road trip. The burglaries included NFL superstars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs. They also included Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. The burglaries were carried out by 7 individuals who were migrants from Chile. The robberies took place from the beginning of last October and ran through the beginning of December. Portis, in total, had $1.48 million worth of property stolen from his home on November 2nd. We'll be right back after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Menards' 11% rebate sale is here. Hurry in and get an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
You can't be that different.
We are. We have a team of specialists not only in investing, but also in financial and estate planning and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, and as a fiduciary, we always put their interests first.
But you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, we have a simple management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Huh, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardians may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardians. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardians is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Start a fun career in television with WJFW. Opportunities are available. Visit WJFW.com to apply. If you or your organization would like a list of the current job openings, contact Liz Evans. WJFW is an equal opportunity employer. Women and minorities are encouraged to apply.
Sled dog racing was one of many winter sports postponed last winter, but back this winter. Newswatch 12's Wyatt Williams joins us from Marathon County, where sled dogs and mushers are returning to the trails.
I'm here at Willow Springs, where they are preparing for the sled dog races right here in just a couple weeks. Last year's warm winter left many snowmobilers, mushers, and ice castle enthusiasts disappointed. However, this year has gone completely different.
There's very good snow depth here, but what we do is we make a trail, compact the snow so there's a firm bed, and it's safer for the dogs and safer for the musher. And of course, when you got a firm trail, then the speed picks up then too.
And last year even broke traditions for some families that they've had going on for decades.
The dogs are a 24/7 occupation. It's a fun occupation. Like last year, that was the first time our family in a little over 30 years never hooked to a sled last year.
After a tough start in January, many were worried for this year too. However, the recent snow put just enough white and fluffy on the ground to get sleds hooked up again.
Not a single race in January. And now our state organization, we're hoping to get 3 with last weekend, this coming weekend at Rhinelander, and the third weekend here with Willow Springs.
Willow Springs is holding their end of the winter celebration this weekend and the sled dog races the following. Reporting in Wausau, Wyatt Williams, Newswatch 12.
It's the final weeks of our biggest sale of the year. Get this stylish sofa for just $295. Get up to 60% off this during our huge President sale at Slumberland Furniture. Relax with this reclining sofa for just $495. Gather around this 7-piece dining set for just $499. This sleek sofa for just $548. You'll get the best deals like this comfy recliner for just $344. And free shipping. The huge President sale at Slumberland is almost over. Don't miss it.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Join us for free at the largest community expo event in the Northwoods. The Up North Community Expo on Thursday, March 6th from 12 to 5 at the Hodag Dome in Rhinelander. Businesses and nonprofits from 7 counties will be there to meet you, show you what they do, and provide employment information. Free raffles, fair bingo, and even a booth with kids activities, all at the Up North Community Expo, Thursday, March 6th from 12 to 5 at the Rhinelander Hodag Dome.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left.
Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying
What's
something?
really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
All right, Dan and Drew, even though it was cold today, we are warming up this week. Mid-30s by Sunday, a slight chance for snow, but we will see some rain on Monday with the high right around 40 degrees.
How quickly we go from negatives to 30s.
That's right.
Too early for rain, in my opinion. Some people out there probably disagree. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
In February, there's always a chance of flurries, but we can guarantee you cash. It's Ho-Chunk Gaming Nakusa's Flurries of Cash. Saturdays in February qualify for a chance to enter our Flurries of Cash cash machine, where you'll be surrounded in a whirlwind of 20s, 50s, $100 bills, all for the taking. Literally, as you try to catch as much cash as you can, up to $5 grand total. It's called Hard Cash. Flurries of Cash at Ho-Chunk Gaming Nakusa, your place to play.
It's showtime. Your chance to see the latest Ford SUVs firsthand at the Auto Show and get Auto Show offers. From Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, to the family-friendly Expedition, ready-to-play Escape, and all-electric Mustang Mach-E. They're here. Head to your Ford dealer for a big deal on a capable Ford SUV. It's showtime. Choose FlexBuy on Escape with 3.9% APR for 66 months, plus $2,000 Auto Show FlexBuy cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.